Alright, good morning, y'all. So yesterday I made a post on Instagram talking about how, like the last couple weeks have been a struggle because Naylen's 4 months. I guess she's experiencing like a sleep regression. So basically we haven't been getting much sleep. The night before last, she did get she only woke up once or twice throughout the night. No, once. So that was good. However, every other night it's basically been like 4 or 5 times she's waking up. So basically like every 1 to 2 hours. So yeah, basically sleep deprived. It's definitely been rough, I'm not gonna lie, just mentally and physically. We are blessed that we are working from home, so we don't have to, worry about rushing out the door and being tired, but it's still just kind of exhausting. So we're just trying to really figure out what, how we're going to approach this. Like, I don't know, but yeah, so basically that just sums it up. But I plan on doing like a 4-month update, and of course, I plan to talk about this sleep regression that we've experienced and some other, helpful things, that we've experienced during her 4 months. But it's currently 5:30. I've been up for about an hour now. She's been a little fussy. She's with her dad right now, but I'm basically just about to try to get some work done. I'm pumping, but yeah, I'm about to get some work done before she gets up and just try to be productive, because I think when I do get up and get something done, like for work, I feel a little bit better throughout the day versus her being like up and stuff and me trying to also manage work. It's just a lot. So yeah, I'm pumping, but I'm also stressed. Well, not stressed, but one of my pumps, I don't know, something wrong with it. And as you know, I use the Willow pump. So I'm going to have to call today because I've been trying to do better with pumping and like bottle feeding her as well. So I'm only using one pump right now. So yeah, I have to do that today. But yeah, so just giving you all a little update. I've been MIA, but that's basically why, because I've been trying to give my attention and focus on her. But other than that, yeah, I'll give you all a full on update at some point. Okay? All right, bye. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know, my name is Tony. And yeah, I just started my channel basically to share like my life experiences, as I go through motherhood and just, like things that work for us, as well as sharing just our lifestyle and home decor, which I really love as well. So just to get into it, today's video is a 4-month update on Naylen. She will be 5 months next week, so I haven't done an update or like a newborn favorites, I should say, since she was born. So I've got a lot of questions. There's been a lot of changes like within the last few months, so I figured I would update y'all. Of course, I always have my notes here so I don't forget anything. And I also did a Q&A on Instagram, so if you don't follow me, check me out on Instagram at Tony Lauren. But yeah, so a lot of you all dropped a few questions, so I'm going to address those as well in this video. And again, her name is Naylen. Again, she is going on 5 months. And yeah, she's doing pretty well. So we had her 4-month checkup like 2 weeks ago. It was a little late because they rescheduled. But yeah, she's developing well. She is about 16 pounds, 4 ounces. She's in 3 to 6 month clothes. I do have, well, I would say we're rather like on the 6-month side of items, and soon to be in 9, just because I don't like her clothes to be really tight. I'd rather her just be as comfortable as possible. And yeah, she's starting to, roll on her side. She hasn't done a complete roll yet, but I see it in her near future. She's just turning on her side, sleeping on her side as well. As you can see, she always wants something in her mouth. This is one of her most recent toys that I will probably share in a part 2 4-month update that will, talk about some of her favorite items and like toys and, you know, teething rings and stuff like that. But yeah, she puts everything in her mouth, like whatever. It's okay, mommy. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, so anything she grabs, it goes right in her mouth. Okay, and scene. Yeah, so basically she's putting everything in her mouth. Anything she can get her hands on, is going straight for the mouth. So just watching her with that. Of course, it's not like she's moving, so it's just anything, but nothing like, you know, that we really have to worry about at this moment. And of course, she's just being really interactive. She's smiling, like she's responding to, you know, our voices. And when we say certain things, you know, she gets excited, she's smiling, laughing. So, you know, it's really just interesting and fun to, you know, just experience this and see her going through all of these changes. Especially, you know, it's a lot happening, I feel like, at this 4-month period. Which leads me to say that while all of that is fine and dandy, we have experienced the 4-month regression, 4-month sleep regression. So I don't know if you all are familiar, you may be looking for a video on this, but I'm here to tell you that it's a thing, and we're still kind of working through it, honestly. And I even had a recent post on Instagram where I kind of shared my thoughts about, you know, it was kind of rough. So if you aren't familiar with the 4-month sleep regression, it's basically, you know, when your baby's sleep just changes. So, you know, I would say for like after a month up until like, you know, up until now, like 3 months or whatever, she was sleeping really well. Like she was only waking up like 1 time at night for feeding, going right back to sleep. It was great. Since we've been back from our Florida, if you haven't seen our other vlog, we went on a family vacation to Florida. And I think that might have been maybe a week before she was 4 months. When we returned, the week of her 4-month like birthday or whatever, she decided that she did not want to follow suit anymore. So naps were gone. She wasn't taking any naps during the day. She was waking up multiple times at night, like an hour. She didn't want to, like every hour she was waking up. She didn't want to be put down in her crib. She was sleeping in her crib fine. And it was just a struggle because it kind of just hit us out of nowhere. I know I've heard people, you know, talk about it, but I really just didn't know what to expect until we actually went through it. So it was definitely rough for a few weeks. They say that the sleep regression can last from 4 to 6 months. And basically, like from the research that I've done and talking to our pediatrician, it's basically because the baby is going through so many changes. She's growing, she's learning new skills. As I mentioned before, like she's turning on her side, she's trying to roll, she's noticing she has fingers and toes. So it's just a lot going on. And they say like at night, you know, sometimes they want to practice those things. So I do see her like tossing and turning in her crib. And so yeah, their mind is going, and then I think also they're transitioning into a more like adult-like sleep pattern. I don't know all the technical terms, but basically, you know, newborn sleep and the sleep that she's experiencing now is different. So basically, you know, just going through the motions. It was definitely rough. I'm not gonna lie, I shared, you know, wanted to shed some tears. And, you know, thankfully we're still working from home, so I'm grateful for that, because it was definitely given like sleep deprivation. You know, so I would say we went through that, like, and we're still kind of going through it, but I definitely see it getting better. She's back to taking her naps during the day. You know, an hour, 45 minutes, I'll take it. And she's also, you know, for the last week or so, I would say she's been doing better at night. She sometimes, sorry, she's grabbing onto my sweater because she likes to grab everything. She But yeah, she's been sleeping better at night. A couple nights she's only waking up or woke up like once, and then, you know, there has been some nights where she's been, you know, has woken up maybe twice or 3 times or whatever. But it's definitely, I definitely see it getting better, and I definitely see her changing back to some normal sleep habits. So I'm grateful for that. And again, I'm looking down because I have notes here. I don't want to forget anything. So what helps? So, you know, of course, I was searching high and low for things that, you know, would help her get back to her normal sleep. And I think really honestly, they just kind of have to go through this phase. But I did try to make some adjustments to speed it up, or, you know, for, you know, when she does get through this phase, she'll continue to, you know, have these extra little, extra help or whatever. So for one, I switched to blackout curtains in her room. Every mom told me this when I was doing, you know, her nursery and decorating and stuff, like do the blackout curtains. But of course me, I had a certain curtain and I was going for a certain look, so I didn't have blackout curtains. So I went on a whim, bought some cheap curtains from Target for like $10 and put them bad boys up in her room. And when I say I want to go sleep in her room because it's so dark, like I want to go sleep in there. So that is one change that I did make. We've always used white noise. I have the Hatch. We've always used white noise for her to help her go to sleep, so I'm assuming that works. However, I did have the nightlight on, not needed. Definitely started to cut that off, so her room is pitch black. Babies aren't scared of the dark apparently, and she doesn't seem to be, so her room is pitch black pretty much during the day when she takes her naps, and at night. I raised her mattress in her crib, or her dad did that, because it was low. So when we were putting her down, I think it was like a little bit more obvious, I would say, that we were putting her down. So I changed that. We raised it so, you know, she has an easier way of getting into her crib. And then I also aim to have at least 2 naps a day in her crib. So before, you know, she would kind of fall asleep wherever. We used the docker tie. I would put it on the couch or on our bed, wherever, and lay her down for her naps. But I recently started putting her in her crib just so she can associate sleep with her crib and just being comfortable in her room. So I definitely think that helped as well. Oh, and another mistake I would say I made. So a couple nights I thought she was ready, and this was all when we were going through the sleep regression. I wasn't putting her, well, I stopped swaddling her, right? So I was putting her in the swaddle me, and you know, as she's beginning to roll and turn over, they say you should transition them out. So I completely stripped the swaddle. Like I just took it off. I didn't try any transition. I just put her in her, you know, a sleeper, like a onesie or whatever, and yeah, that clearly didn't help, I don't think, like with everything that was going on as well. So I decided to put her back in the swaddle, but like a transition swaddle where her arms are out. So if she rolls or moves to the side, she will be fine. And that seemed definitely to help as well. And she's still sleeping in that. And I think they can sleep in that up until like a year or so. So definitely help. But yeah, for those moms or parents or dads who are going through it with the sleep regression, I definitely feel your pain. It will get better. You know, just know that it will get better. Pray and, you know, get, you know, help or and talk to others about it. And I know this isn't the last one, because apparently they go through sleep regressions throughout their first year. So hopefully we'll be just a little bit more prepared, or just know, like, you know, kind of what to expect. So, but yeah, don't be discouraged. It's a rough patch, but you know, you'll get through it. Hopefully some of these tips that help me will help you all get through it as well. And that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give a brief 4-month update on Naylen and what we've experienced with our 4-month-old. And I will do another video, a part 2, where I might do some clothing hauls that I have for her for the fall, as well as like some must-have items, because those have changed since since she's been born, you know, as far as the items that keep her entertained and things of that sort. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you can check me out on Instagram as well. So, all right, bye.